So here we have the all-new 2025 Toyota Camry. This one comes in the LE trim level. Love this color. It's just a standard white ice cap. And then we have the ash cloth interior, that gray color. For the powertrain, with this one being a hybrid, we get a 225 horsepower, 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. That's made it to the ECVT. And I think this is gonna be the one to get, folks. As we come around to the front end here, this is more of the basic trim, but still we get the LED headlamps, which look phenomenal, especially with this new front fascia here. It really does it for me. I love the look of this car. As we come around to the wheels here, these are gonna be 16-inch alloy. And again, for it to be the base model, nice look there. And to the door panel here, we do get one-touch automatic up and down windows on all 4 doors, power door lock controls, rear window lock, and then our power mirror controls are there. Just pick a side and adjust like that. And then side pocket here in the door panel, trunk release, gas cap, traction control, auto high beams, hood release is there. Look at the pedals. And we do get a manual tilt as well as telescoping steering wheel. But here we have what I believe to be a 6-way manual driver's seat. And still pretty adjustable, relatively comfortable so far. I only sat in it for about a minute or so, but I kind of like how the seat is made up. But I want to give a big thank you to John Roberts Toyota here in Manchester, Tennessee for allowing me to review this Camry today. I'll leave a link below in the description to this particular inventory. And if you're looking to get the best price on one of these in your area, just click on that second link down below. And it takes a minute to fill out the information, and I'll get your local dealers fighting to get you the best price on one of these, which I'll show you why this is such a good buy even at sticker price. So I'm 6'3", have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, and still knees are just brushing the back of the seat. So relatively comfortable. Have about a ½ an inch or so of headroom, so it's not brushing the top of the headliner, but it's almost there. So very impressive. We have rear AC vents, which I think is a big plus here. You get a USB-A charge port, then a USB-C charge port back here. And then we have a seat back pocket behind on the front passenger seat. Quick look at the front from back here. And then we do have a middle seat that folds down for bottle holders, and that's pretty impressive for this basic trim. Was not expecting that. And then we do have our car seat tethers there. And then the actual anchors are hidden back behind these. But yeah, very impressed by the space. And you probably can't hear it, but the gas engine just cut on after it was sitting here and idle for a minute. But wait until you see the fuel economy on this thing. Speaking of which, gas cap is there. Just takes regular fuel. Now as we come around to the back end, again, love just how they designed this car. A very nice looking rear end there. Here's the exhaust. And cargo space is very nice as well. This one has the all-weather floor mat, so this mat is back here in the trunk. You can lift this up here. And then there's a jack, and then underneath that is a spare tire. I'm gonna try and lift all of it up together. But there it is. So it is nice that even though this is a hybrid, you do get the spare tire. A lot of the times you feel like you're sacrificing something by having the hybrid battery, whether that's with the trunk space or the rear seat space or whatever. And so far, I'm very impressed by this. I'm gonna show you how the seat folds down. So you just come over here. After you pull that latch, that'll fold flat. You can run longer objects through the rear if you so choose. But now let's get to this window sticker, because this is what really impresses me about this car. So you get Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility, a wireless charging pad. And then again, these options here hit you for 30 grand sticker price, under 30 grand. But look at this fuel economy, 53 miles per gallon city, 50 highway. And that's phenomenal. for this car that can basically fit 5, 6 foot or taller people in it. Now to the front passenger seat, I'm also impressed by, again, it's manual, but you also still have the ability to pump the seat up or down. And a lot of the times you don't even get that on, let's say a vehicle that has a front, a power driver seat. You still only have a 4-way manual seat on the passenger side. So that's impressive there. And glove compartment, owner's manuals are in there. I actually like that trim, that gloss black. But as we come back around to the front, we're gonna take a quick look in the engine bay. And there is that 2.5 4-cylinder hybrid engine. But again, so far so good in terms of just the features that you get here, the fuel economy, the price point. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. Now here's the steering wheel here of the 25 Camry hybrid, excuse me. And then to the horn, that's impressive. I was expecting more of a meep sound, but a nice solid horn sound. Now again, to the radio, we do get wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. You can go ahead and go through Apple Music, Amazon Music, hook up your Bluetooth, the radio, all of that. And this is the newer system here, so you do have the opportunity to use the navigation subscription if you so choose. Settings are in here. Go to your general settings if you want to go ahead and adjust your language, units of measurement, date and time, and all of that. And then your vehicle settings are right in here. So you just have trip information, climate control, and then vehicle alerts there. But love the trip information because you can really see your fuel economy, and I can't wait to test that out on the test drive portion. Volume knobs here, we can adjust that. Turn the audio on or off just by hitting that knob there. Now what really impresses me is the backup camera here. We have the guidelines that follow you as you turn the steering wheel, but also a very crisp picture here. I was very impressed by that again, for this to be the LE. I know it's the new body style for 25, but still just incredible picture there. You can turn the guidelines on or off by doing that there. Dual zone automatic climate controls, standard here. We can adjust the temperature, fan speed, fan direction. We can decide to cut those vents off in the back or turn them on. And then we can cut the whole system off just by hitting that button. So pretty impressed overall by that. Now we have a USB-A port here, 2 USB-C ports, and a wireless charging pad, which is just phenomenal, again, for this to be the LE trim. Hazards button is there. And I'm glad that we have storage here for a second phone that will be plugged in. Bottle holders. And then for the shifter, just grab the lever, reverse, neutral, drive. And then with this one being an ECVT, you're gonna get those simulated shifts where you kind of have a sport mode there and you can just kind of control the revs of the transmission there, because you don't have a typical shiftable transmission, if that makes sense. Now, something that's also very impressive to me, we do get the opportunity to use our drive mode. So eco, normal, sport, then you have your EV mode for driving around the parking lot, and then you have your automatic brake hold, electronic parking brake. So glad all this is still here, even in the hybrid. And I'm gonna try and test that out as well in the test drive portion to see if I can tell the difference. Center console cubby space is pretty generous, I think. And then your 12 volt is right in there. And there's a look at the back seat from up here. What color are these lights? So we have the yellow back there. And then up here, we do get the LED dome lights for the front. Sunglasses holders there. Vanity mirror. We do get a light, and that is LED, so I'm impressed by that. Now back to the steering wheel. Blinkers are here. Low beams, auto. You can turn the daytime running lights off. And then we do have our intermittent wipers here. One time off, intermittent low, high. We can adjust that intermittent frequency here. Pull up here for that front wiper fluid. And to the steering wheel, we can use these 4 arrows to go through our gauge cluster. Different settings are there. We can turn on or off the lane departure system, blind spot monitors, all of that. And then we can even go through our meter settings here if you want to change your units from US to metric. And just a lot going on here that you can fool with if you so choose. So we can turn the lane departure system on, off, so on and so forth. Bluetooth button, again, volume. We can adjust that. Voice recognition. And then over here, we can go through the track list, the radio station presets, or the audio sources there. Now, with this having the Safety Sense 3.0, we do have the lane tracing assist, adaptive cruise, all of that. And then we can decide to change the mode from regular cruise to adaptive cruise, back and forth, set the speed, gap adjust for that. And then our push button starts here. Finally, here's the key fob.